Hello, everyone, and welcome to a weekly message from Jesus. Where else can you go to hear the actual words of our Lord speaking to you? I know I'm very blessed to be able to participate in this miracle. And actually, all of you are blessed to be able to listen to it as well. I want you to pardon all the spots on my head again because I've been to the dermatologist. It's always a fun thing every 6 months, but I suggest everybody go get checked. It's amazing just what tends to grow on bodies nowadays. So anyway, our Father's here. I know you'd rather hear him talk or his words rather than my dermatology visit. So Father, let us begin. Good morning, everyone. Yes, it is very important that all of you take care of yourselves physically and mentally. Your doctors, sometimes we actually lead you to doctors. We let you know when something's wrong. We want you to be able to be your best and fulfill your life plans. Your life plan is very important. It was made when you were over here. We all participated in it, your guides, your angels. It tells you all the lessons you need to learn. Many of you that are listening to the show have already learned many lessons. You've learned how to serve me. You've learned how to follow my words through many millions or even billions of years. So you know what pretty much what I'm going to say every week, but you still come. You still listen, and you still look forward to hearing my words. All of you are participating in a miracle. The fact that I'm speaking through Barry is a miracle. All of you know that. I truly wish that there were more people that would listen to my words. I know Barry does all he can to bring people to me. I know that all of you out there are helping pass on my words as well, and I thank you so much for it. Helping others learn the truth about what I spoke in life and what the teaching should be to lead you into the future. It's very difficult because many individuals, and I'm not just picking on one church or one group of individuals, but many people think that Gospels that were written thousands of years ago are exactly my words, and all of you know that they're not. They've been altered through the years by man. Many of the leaders of the Roman Catholic Church wanted great power, and they had great power. Many of the kings actually followed the directives of the leaders of the church. So they wanted to preserve their own powers and what was going on. Even today, there are many religions that would rather have their own powers determine how many people are treated, how they believe in God, and what they do in their lives. I want you all to lead a wonderful life, to find happiness. The greatest happiness in the world is knowing that you're serving me. The greatest happiness also is knowing that on your day of passing, it will be the greatest day of your life. And your soul will leave your body and you will join me in heaven. I told people when I walked the earth that when you pass, your souls are going to join me in heaven. Everyone goes to heaven. There is no hell, but as I've told you many times, there is a place where the most evil go. But there are also other levels. There are many levels below 7, 6 to be exact. And people that do not listen to their life plans, do not follow me, they wind up in those levels. There's still a miracle, the fact that your soul exists, the fact that heaven exists. That's all a miracle. There's no way that you can ever know for sure, because I want you to be able to rely on your foundation of faith. I could let you all see into the dimension of heaven, but I'm not going to do it because I want you to know it exists. I want you to believe my words. And I want you to build the foundation of faith that will lead you through your life, that will help you in all things that you do. Believing in me is the key. I know those of you that take time every week to listen, you all believe in me, and I thank you for it. Many of you are going through great problems. I know that, but I'm trying my best to ease those problems for you. Many of you selected difficult problems, problems that will help you advance when you enter heaven. Difficult problems have difficult solutions. Sometimes it takes an entire human life to solve your problems. But on your day of passing, all of your problems will be solved. You will come home and you will know the truth. You will know that God is very real. You will know that Jesus walked the earth. You will know that the colors, the beauty, everything that exists. You'll see the loved ones that have passed before you, and you will be able to interact with them. You'll be able to do many things that we tell you you can do. And those of you that listen and follow my words know that I am speaking the truth. I am one energy that has never lied. I always tell you the truth. As a human saying goes, you can take it to the bank, because why would God ever lie to you? Why would you ever want to fear God? Maybe people that don't believe in me should, because their judgment's not going to be what they would like it to be. But it's not like it's the end. They will have many lives in the future where they can make up for the bad decisions that they made in this life. Everyone in a human life makes bad decisions. Everyone in a human life makes mistakes. I expect it of you. Because when the baby comes into the world, it knows nothing. It has to learn. And the learning process, many people make many mistakes in the learning process. But what is important is that you learn from your mistakes. That is the real purpose of them. I speak all the time of your free will. So you can make the decisions that you want to make. You can make the decision to keep making mistakes. Many people do. When they decide I don't exist, they're going down the road of making many mistakes because they have made the greatest mistake. They don't believe in me. When people believe in me, it is much easier to do what is right. When people believe in me, they pray. When they pray, we hear their words and we try to help. We can't always give them everything they want in their prayers. You may be praying for a person that is terminally ill, and that is what is in their life plan. So we hear your prayer. We will try to do our best for the grief that's about to overcome you from this person passing. But if it's in the life plan, and then it has to take place, especially your final time of passing. There are many people out there with great riches that think maybe they can see their doctor and have transplants and have new hearts or whatever put into them. But they're going to die. They're going to come home. We want to have a talk with them. We want to explain to them what they did right and what they did wrong. And to go through all of those medical procedures to live longer so that they can do whatever, that's not something that we want them to do. We want them to follow the natural process. We want them to return so that they can learn from their mistakes. We will point out their mistakes, and most souls pay close attention. Most souls will not incorporate their souls into their next life plan. Many souls over here actually use their free will to ignore what we tell them. We might recommend a certain life plan to them, and they might decide that they want some other things in their life plan to give them an opportunity to make mistakes. If they don't want to have the lessons included that they need, we don't make them do that. Now, we will never allow them to lay out a life of evil. That is always a decision the soul makes after it returns. There's no evil here in heaven, and there never will be. We're not going to allow evil people to roam around up here with the good souls. I've got that place down there where I put the very evil, and I protect the other souls from them. Many of them never learned. Many of them will spend eternity down there in the darkness. And I guess they're just simply afraid to come out. Well, they do know they got terrible karmas, and they got karmas that they have to take care of in order to advance. But I'll give them a chance. If they want to improve their lives and do what they have to do to advance, and they truly mean it, I'll allow them to come back. But if I think the truly evil souls are just coming back to do more evil, I'm certainly not going to allow it. Every time a soul turns to evil, they do it on their own. They never do it from what we tell them or from what we expect of them. We expect every soul to go back and fulfill the life plan, and the life plan does not include evil. Many people want great wealth, and they say over here, oh, give me wealth and I will do all I can to help as many as I can. So we arrange their lives that they make great wealth, and then the true test begins. Many of them do nothing with it. All they want is more, greed. They want more power. They want to have their control over others, and often they think great wealth does this. And generally it does. If they own corporations, they certainly control everyone that works for them. But when they come over here, the first thing we do is take them on a little tour. We take their soul to a place like Calcutta in India, where there is incredible poverty. And then we tell them, we say, you could have helped these people, but you chose not to. That was really a bad mistake. It's not that you didn't know better. We tell them you had a spark of God's energy in you with common sense. So you knew better. You knew you should be helping others, but you chose not to do it. So I think maybe your life plan should include a little longer tour of this place, of this poverty, because you need to know how you hurt others. And there's no better way than to serve the karma, living a life of true poverty. And let's go ahead and make that a long life as well, because you need to learn the lesson well. So when you decide you want to come back, we're going to have some control over your life plan. Where you say, well, you're not going to do that. Well, then you're not going to come back. You see, we do have some control over here. There is a limit to free will. If a person came back that lived an evil life and wanted to hurt individuals here in heaven, we're certainly not going to allow it. That's why we have the lower levels where we control things. We'll just simply let you down there, and when your guides ask, when you call for your guides to help you come back, and you don't want to do the life plan that we have, maybe their phone line in heaven will be the wrong number for you, and they won't accept your message or your desire. But it can all be so simple, as all of you that are listening to me know. You all know that you go out and you serve me. You have the foundation of faith. You believe in me. You help others. You try to tell my words to others, and you leave the decision up to their free will. What more could I ask? You're doing your best. That's all I ever ask, is you do your best. Many people come back with very difficult life plans for the lessons they learn, and the lessons are so difficult that they give up. They might even take their own lives so that they don't have to live up to some of the lessons that they chose when they were here. Never ever do that. You are far better off just saying and doing the best you can do, because the lessons that you included after that would have been part of your life after your suicide, they just simply have to be repeated. And there's probably a lot of lessons that you never completed and you stopped prematurely. So a future life can be a great opportunity, but you don't want to have to repeat lessons. You've come back and you've suffered and you're doing all the things a human does. So you should get full benefit for this life. All you have to do is follow my words and try to live up to the expectations and plans that were in your life plan. I know each of you that listen to me pray. I hear your words, and I so love hearing them. I know what is in your hearts, and I know your problems. I hope that your problems can be eased for you. We try to do the best we can from here. My angels, they support you every way they can. But if you chose a truly difficult life plan, there are times that there's very little we can do because you have to live that plan. For instance, if you had great wealth and you came back and in this life you're living in true poverty, and you keep praying to all my angels and to me, Father, please help me. Save me from this life of poverty so that I can do great things for you. Well, I would point out that I gave you the opportunity to do great things in your prior life and you failed. And there's nothing I can do or will do. I take that back. There's always something I can do because I'm God. But I am going to play by the rules, even though I make the rules. That is why I'm going to go by them. I gave you free will, and I'm not going to interfere with it. I'm going to let you make your own decisions, be they right or be they wrong, be they against me or be they for me. But I'm going to allow you to do as you wish. There are so many people now that are drawing away from me. Your term for them is atheists, and many of them speak against me. Many lead others away from me. Well, this is a drastic mistake. You will find out when you come back that drawing people away from me is one of the worst things that you can do, and that is where you will be fairly severely judged. It could even result in you being put into a lower level of my heaven than you were when you came back. But it is of your own doing. Free will can be your greatest tool, or it can be your greatest problem. It all comes down to how you use it. All I want of you is the great simplicities that I speak of. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Show love to others. Be a good person. Help where you can. Do not harm others. Especially do not lead anyone away from me. Help people build the foundation of faith that will bring them to true happiness. Explain to them what it is like when somebody tells you that you've helped change their lives. The joy, the deep love that you feel in your heart at that time. Many people never know that feeling because they don't use their free will properly. It's so simple. Let that spark of energy come out of your heart. Use that spark. Use the common sense. Understand that when you use that spark of energy, that I have truly returned to you and that I am truly guiding you in all things. Common sense, love, all of the things that I speak of each week, it's so simple. Just go out and be a good person. Show the love that I speak of. Help the others. If you have excess wealth, use it to help others, because if you don't, it's going to be used against you when you return. Build all of the good karmas that you can build. Use your free will to build karma. Many people will say karma is not real, but I can assure you that it is. And as I assured you earlier, I never lie. Good karma carries forth to your future lives. Bad karma also carries forth and can create problems that you really don't want to have to go through in the future. You want to be free to serve me, to help me, to enjoy life, to do all of the great things of which I speak. You, those of you who listen, you are the chosen ones. I have chosen you to come back and to help and to listen and to learn and to follow the words that I speak. I chose Barry and Connie to come back to speak the words, and they do it eloquently and clearly. There's no reason not to understand the simplicity of what I want of you. Thank you so much. Thank you for being who you are. I bless you every week, and I know to the extent that you can with your life plan, you feel those blessings. Sadly, as I often say, many of you have these problems, but all humans have terrible problems right now. When you listen to the news, you know that there are so many that have no intention of following my words or my suggestions. So do the best you can. If you can influence a single life, you have done well. But if you influence many, you are doing magnificently. And all I want is for all of you to find the true happiness that comes to the complete understanding of my words and the joy of following my suggestions of life. So I'm blessing you, as I said I would. You will have a blessed week. You will still have problems, but you will have my blessings. Goodbye, and thank you so much for being who you are and for listening to my words. Another good message, folks. I truly try to reach as many as I can. Sadly, I'm having a few problems that have to be worked out that might slow me up a bit in the close future, but I know he wants me to keep doing things, and I'm going to do it. I started another book. It's going to be a book of daily devotions devoted to his short messages from the words that he speaks to you. It'll take me a couple months, but we'll have something else coming for you. Goodbye. Thank you so much. Thank you for being who you are. That's the best part of everything that we do.